We were already late. My daughter Lily was 5 at the time, tiny, stubborn, and struggling with something we didn't yet have a name for. Later, doctors would call it sensory processing disorder. But back then, all we knew was that loud noises and bright lights could break her world apart. That morning, she'd woken up with one of her bad days. The overhead lights were too bright, her shoes too tight, even the sound of the coffee maker made her cry. But we had a flight to catch. My husband was already in Chicago, and I had to get us there somehow. By the time we reached the airport, I was running on 3 hours of sleep and a granola bar. Lily clutched her stuffed bunny in one hand and my sweatshirt in the other. I prayed she'd hold it together until we got through security. She didn't. It started at the TSA line, the bins clattering, the conveyor belts, the echo of people barking orders. Her tiny body went rigid. Then she began to scream. Not a tantrum scream, a pain scream. Like the sound itself hurt her. People turned. Phones paused mid-scroll. One man sighed loudly. I tried to hold her, whispered to her, shield her ears. It's okay, baby. Just a few more minutes. My voice was shaking. I could feel judgment burning from every direction. And then she appeared. A woman in her 50s, perfectly dressed, scarf, heels, the kind of traveler who packs her jewelry in its own case. She looked down her nose at me and said, just loud enough for everyone around us to hear. Maybe some people shouldn't travel with children if they can't handle them. I froze. My heart dropped somewhere near my shoes. Lily was screaming into my chest, and all I could think was, you have no idea. For a moment, I wanted to cry, or yell, or disappear. But then, something inside me hardened. Fina, if she wanted to experience what not handling it looked like, I'd make sure she got the full show. She breezed toward her gate, dragging her sleek little suitcase. I followed. Lily was still sobbing, hiccuping every few steps. I pushed her stroller right behind the woman, staying just close enough that she couldn't ignore us. When she stopped for coffee, I stopped too, right beside her. Lily whimpered and covered her ears as the espresso machine hissed. The woman stiffened and looked over her shoulder. I smiled sweetly. She grabbed her latte and hurried off toward a boutique. I followed her again. Lily cried louder when the shop's music started. I gently rubbed her back, murmuring, "You're okay, sweetheart." Everywhere the woman went, we went. Duty-free, perfume section, perfect. Lily hated strong smells. She wailed, and the woman's face turned crimson. She spun around, muttering something about irresponsible parents. By now, a few other travelers were catching on. One younger guy grinned at me, knowingly as I passed. A flight attendant raised an eyebrow, but said nothing. The woman darted toward a quieter corner near the charging stations. I followed, still rocking Lily, who was calming just enough to breathe between sobs. The woman finally snapped, turning to me with fire in her eyes. "Are you following me?" I tilted my head. "Oh, I'm so sorry. My daughter's having a hard time today. You said people like me shouldn't travel, so I figured I'd show you what it's like up close." Her mouth opened, then closed. She looked around. People were watching now. A man nearby actually gave me a small thumbs up. The woman huffed, yanked her bag upright, and stormed off toward the exit. Lily watched her go, then nestled in my shoulder and sighed, exhausted. "Mommy, Bunny's sleepy." "Yeah," I whispered, kissing her hair. "Me too." We found a quieter gate near a window. I sat down, breathing for what felt like the first time in hours. Lily finally fell asleep against my chest, her little fingers still clutching her bunny's ear. When the boarding call came, a young airport employee came over to help me fold the stroller. He smiled. "I saw what you did back there," he said softly. "That lady deserved it." I laughed under my breath. I didn't mean to make a scene. He grinned. Sometimes, people need to see what they don't understand. As we walked onto the plane, I looked down at Lily, sleeping peacefully now. For the first time in a long while, I didn't feel ashamed. I felt strong, because maybe I couldn't stop the noise or the stares, but I could protect her. Even if that meant following a rude stranger through an airport until she finally walked away.